I got nothing this time. Seems like I always have something to say when I start the game up, but like right now it's just like, yeah, I didn't play. That's it. Just we're gonna be where we left off, right where I saved, or wherever the game decides to load me that's adjacent to where I saved, because I don't know if it saves exactly where you are. Because not every game does that, and I'm not really a stickler for it. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. It's nice when it does load me right where I saved, because sometimes I do want to continue exactly what I was doing, but it's not always necessary. If it's close enough, I don't mind. Oh, if you break an oil jar, there'll be oil everywhere. Think about it. Well, if the oil is all over the floor, you can't put any on your pizza. You know, like oiling the crust to make it come out crispier or something. I like how the icon for olive wood isn't even loading in. It's just olive wood. Awkward space. Exclamation mark. There we go. There's the wood. Excuse me. Suddenly my mouth felt sticky, and coughing was apparently the solution. Kind of. Still feels a little bit sticky. Let's try water. Let's see how water works. What were we doing? I gotta talk to a man about a hat or something. Well, this one's closer, so let's go do that. Are we done on this continent? No, because we still gotta do the guy. Whatever his nickname was, I already forget, the Monger or something. Come on, give me their stats. Give me their name. Something sacred witch. If you would stop moving. Fine, get out of here. I don't care. I'm trying to remember. There was something I've played or seen that has an enemy called the Ironmonger. Oh, wait. That's Iron Man, isn't it? That's the bad guy who gets the Iron Man plans, and he makes his own Iron Man suit, but bigger, right? He was in the first Iron Man movie, the first MCU Iron Man movie. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's always what I think of when it comes to the word monger. Except it didn't take me until now to remember that, so maybe not always, apparently. Man, nose, please stop itching. Stop. I need both hands.
Cleo! By Aphrodite. Cleo better get back here soon.
Maybe there's something a mercenary can do for you.
How did you know I needed help?
Anthusa told
Because you
me.
just said.
Cleo, one of our girls, didn't meet me for prayer this morning. She wasn't at home either. I'd go investigate, but I'm not sure what I could do on my own.
She might have been taken.
I asked around. One of our clients said he saw Cleo brought aboard the ship. The men were armed, so there was nothing he could do. I'd pay a lot of drachmi to get her back.
Armed. Take me to the ship. We'll get Cleo back.
Oh, I sure wish my missing child would
Who do
come
you
back
think took
home.
her?
Hey, do you need help finding your missing child? What? How did you know I was missing a child? Hang on, let me summon my alicorn while you ride your peasant horse. Because you exist in a stagnant timeline. I exist in real life where this game has been out for a year. So I get the anniversary horse. The game's anniversary can't exist for you. You also don't have internet, so you can't connect to the Ubisoft online DLC store. Yeah, whatever. Trumpets. I keep reflexively calling them trumpets. It's just the one that's the brass instrument that's just most readily available in my memory, apparently. But it's probably not trumpets. It's probably too deep to be a trumpet. It's probably like a well, not trombone, the tuba or something. Yeah, you know how like a lot of the time when we're going somewhere with an NPC, they'll just start talking to me.
Until the Monger.
We're not sure why he came here, but Corinth is worse off because of him.
Should leave a lot of empty space there. Probably should have been filled with dialogue, but yeah. Gave me time to ramble about words for brass instruments. I filled time on my own. Let me guess, you're gonna point to
There. That's the boat our client described.
up there on the hills. That's Bleak Falls Barrow right there.
Safely.
Well, I can't just whistle for my ship, you know. I mean, it's right there. I didn't realize that was mine until I looked at my compass. But I can't just whistle for my ship like I can my horse. I can't just go to sea.
Ready the oars! Ready when you are, Commander.
Remember how, like, Black Flag would just teleport your ship to, like, the nearest dock if you fast traveled somewhere? So it was always nearby?
There's something floating there.
That was pretty neat.
Keep a watch for any enemy vessels.
More speed!
I was gonna hold A, and then it's like, wait. Travel speed. Oh, is this a mission I can mess up? Can I fail? Like, can I fail this permanently? I hope not. That would be stupid. But I could also see that being this game's thing. Like, oh, you failed this quest? Oh, don't get to try again. That's real life for you. Because this game is just like real life. We have hard moral decisions for you to do. Such as, do you want to beat this guy up or not beat this guy up? And all of the choices will affect the story. Except where they don't. I like how I can't sink the ship, but I can make it explode. Like I can hit that weak spot, make it explode, burst into flames. Cleo's fine. Zero danger. Everything is going exactly as it needs to. It'd be even funnier if I use my fire arrows on the ship and it's still on fire. Alright, just gonna do a little bit of this. Ow, ow, they're doing the same. They had the same idea, except they focused on me. Oh, I forgot that attack button for a moment. Haven't been playing any other games that have attack buttons on different buttons. Mostly just been playing Animal Crossing and the Anton Blast demo. The one that came to Switch anyway, because apparently there were multiple demos. This is not the first one. But it's the first one I am playing. I guess it's the first public one. And the other ones were like backer demos. Which I don't mind, because honestly, I wasn't really looking out for Anton Blast news until this demo came out for the Switch. And now that I've played it, it's like, oh yeah, I definitely want this game. This game is awesome. And then I had to come to find it's like, oh, it's coming out in November. Well, let's hope it doesn't get delayed so I can at least say, at least it comes out this year.
Rescue me. You sunk my boat, pirate.
Whatever.
Put the knife away. I'm a friend.
What do you mean?
Also, your boat isn't sinking. It's right there.
Save you from these men and bring you back.
Erina, I commissioned that ship to steal me away from Corinth.
You're escaping? From what?
You have no idea what the monger does to people. The things I've seen, no one in Corinth is safe.
How about I just go kill the monger? He's probably a cultist.
The Greek world is being ravaged by war. You're no safer on these seas than you are in Corinth.
Misthios, please. We were heading to Mykonos, which is safe. If you'll take me there, I can pay you the toll I would have paid my crew.
Okay.
All right, I'll get you there. Next time my crew docks at Mykonos, you can depart. In the meantime, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Misthios. This is what's best, I promise.
7,000 meters that way. On the other side of the rocks, which I don't know how we get our ship from over here to over there. Like seriously, how do we do that? Because even the main story, we got out here, and then, well, we get back on, and then we go here, and then we're over here, and the ship is just there. So how do we do that? Is it like a long way around or something? Like you could go like that? I guess you could. I don't think the game wants me to do that because they're probably highly dangerous enemies over there, but for the sake of, like, realism, I guess, that let's just say that's what happens. She wants to go there? At least that's a... Wait. No, she... That's where we are. Wait, what? Did I really not get any viewpoints? Like... Oh. Or no, we were here. Where is Mykonos? No, that's not the one I'm on. Oops. I keep thinking that's an extra menu that's open over the map. Why is the game doing this to me? I mean, not me specifically, but why does it do this to the players? I have help mode turned on. I have guide mode, whatever it's called. The mode that makes it point me directly to quests instead of having me look around on the map to find it myself. And yet here we are. It's not giving me a marker for Mykonos. It's marking the person who is on my ship. Why is that? Where is that? There it is. Well, it's level 25, so I can safely go there. Once I find a close enough port. I swear the ports are everywhere when I'm on land, but when I'm looking for one to fast travel to, it's like there's none around. Water clocks. Well, it certainly answers the age-old question of how do people tell time with sundials at night? They don't. They use different clocks, which are apparently water-based. You would think they would use, like, large hourglasses or something. I don't know. I would think they would use hourglasses. That's just because that's what's more familiar to me. I don't know how water works better for a nighttime clock than sand. Oh no, there's a guy nearby.
To your positions!
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
Is he on one of those ships? Come on. Do the speed there. Okay, how many land masses are in my way? Just the one? Alright. Couldn't go around like that. I guess while we say, we could talk about Anton Blast, because that's true to its name. It's a blast. You know, it's a, I was aware of it before as like another Wario-like game alongside Pizza Tower, and Pizza Tower came out first. So now people are comparing Anton Blast to Pizza Tower, which is not really fair to Anton Blast. Because they're two different... They have the same inspiration, but they're two very different games. Like, from what I have played of Anton Blast, that is very much just like Wario Land 4. Which is awesome. I love Wario Land 4. Whereas Pizza Tower is more... I guess more like an older Wario Land, because it you know, doesn't have a health bar. Which is a weird thing that... I think that was Wario Land 2 that started doing that. 2 and 3 didn't have health bars. And I feel like Pizza Tower has a lot more like old school, like DOS platformer inspiration. Maybe not DOS specifically, but you know, like Jazz Jackrabbit, that kind of inspiration. So it's a lot more of an abstract style. With a lot more of a hand-drawn look to its graphics. Okay, are you gonna get out when I dock? Where is she? She's right there. Okay, I found her.
You've more than made up for killing my abductors, Misthios. Thank you.
Try to stay out of trouble, all right?
I'll consider it. Put my coins to good use and wish me luck.
Good luck.
Wow, 500 drachmae. I'll try not to spend it all in one place. I should probably grab a viewpoint before I go, but I think I could fast travel back to the same dock in the event that I need to come back here. Okay, well, there's one right there. Let me get it. excuse me, whatever, wherever right here is. It looks like it's right next to me, but I don't see it. There. Just rolling my eyes at it again. It's like, that's not a viewpoint. That's so tiny. Like, you would think that the one set in Egypt would be the one to start having the viewpoints be ridiculously low. But Origins had good viewpoints. Its viewpoints were actual viewpoints in high places. You wouldn't think the desert would have high places, but it does. Also, Egypt isn't entirely desert. There was definitely some pretty lush places there. And trees. It's like, wow. Okay, good. Now I can come back. And then I immediately leave, because I don't care. I'll go back to the main story. Which somehow involved that lady. Well, the lady who gave me the quest to begin with, not the lady I escorted. I did it again! I better dock my ship there. Maybe it's Red Alkanet? What? Oh, it's not a loading screen tip. It's a loading screen historical fact. Historical tidbit. And the joke is maybe it's Maybelline. That sure was a helpful... Well, I can't say loading screen tip because I just said it's not a tip.
What happened? Where is Cleo?
Your friend is safe. That's what matters.
So, she's really gone.
She's not coming back. No.
Thank you. I'll let Anthusa know. Guess I'll be alone at prayer tomorrow. You promise she's safe?
You have my word.
What did that have to do with the main quest? Was that an Odyssey quest? I'm pretty sure it was on the Odyssey page, and I had to do that. I guess it's part of the Odyssey because it's like, oh, the monger, he's making things terrible around here. It's like, yeah, I already know. People have already been talking about it. I didn't need a separate, almost entirely unrelated quest to know about that. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, right. This doesn't do the thing where when you select a thing, it disappears. I was gonna hold the cursor in one spot and just mash the button. What? Did it just tell me a mercenary is... Whatever, I'm clearly not paying enough attention to that. Excuse me. Because I want to get back to talking about Anton Blast, because I keep interrupting myself. It's really fun. It's, like, I like how they managed to replicate some of the idiosyncrasies of Wario Land, while still very, very much being its own game. Because, like, you have the hammer bounce move thing. So, like, it's kind of like a ground pound, but then it makes you bounce and you go higher than a normal jump with it. Which, I do have a little complaint with that, because there are some parts where it's like, you use it to go through, you know, get to reach platforms, and they want you to do it consecutively. And I try to bounce consecutively, but I end up pressing it, I guess, too late. And when you press that same button when you land, you do a dash instead of the bounce. So I've too many times I've tried to bounce consecutively, and instead I dash off the platform and I fall. It's like, if that's something they could manage to fix, then this game will definitely be a 10 out of 10. And I must have been, like, there's only 2 levels in the demo, so there's really not much to play right now. But I was trying to find the secrets. And actually, not to, like, humble brag or anything, I feel like I did, you know, got the secrets in the second level of the demo pretty easily. Like, I beat the level and I was like, oh, hey, I didn't realize I found all 3 of them. Because there's 3 tapes you can find. But then... What is attacking? Wolves. But then, in the first level, which is like, I assume it's going to be the first level in the main game, it's got tutorials pasted everywhere. I couldn't find the middle one, the second one. And I kept going through the levels, like, okay, what secret am I missing? Is there like a spot, like a wall I could break and I don't realize, or? And I kept running around the level, or going through the level, like, you know, beating it and then starting it up again. Not specifically like going to the end is like, oh well, let me turn around and then go, you know, do another loop. Like, no, it's not really set up like that. There are points of no return that you can't exactly just go about the level how you feel like. Why'd you get stuck? And then I even watched a video of someone getting all 3 of the tapes, and I still didn't see where the second one was. All it did was confirm to me that yes, indeed, the second tape exists. And I'll tell you about where I found it after this dialogue.
So you're here to help us, Misthios? You don't look like a Monger spy.
I'm more the in-your-face type. You have a Monger problem, Damalis?
I might. One of my regulars has changed. He was a decent man once, but now he's gone bad.
Corinth seems to have a shortage of decent people.
I need someone with muscle to figure out what's behind the change. Why he's different.
Okay.
We'll see what he has to say for himself.
If he's not lurking around here, he'll be at his house. I want this to end today.
It will. People tend to show their true selves to my spear, whether they like it or not.
Okay, so, I guess this is spoilers if you want to find all the Anton Blast secrets yourself. So you could, like, mute until I get to the objective or something. But it turns out that the tape was in this stretch of the level that I had already done in a previous run through the level, but in an attempt where I didn't pay attention to the secrets at the end. You know, I didn't pay attention to the results screen where it tells you that you got this secret and that secret, and the other one, you know, all 3 of the tapes and stuff. So I never realized that the tape was in that sequence. But, like, the first time I replayed the level looking for secrets, I found the first one and the third one, but I didn't do the stretch of game that the second tape is in. Because that stretch of the game is this chase sequence where if you fall, the level just continues. You don't get to retry it. So it just so happens that when I got the first and third tapes that time, I missed the second one because I didn't do that sequence correctly. And I didn't realize that the tape is there because it's, like, hidden in boxes or something. And the visual effects just cover everything up, and it doesn't look like you pick up the tape when you get it. But if you complete that stretch of the level without falling, the tape is there. And I had never noticed the times I had completed that stretch of the game. I just never noticed, and that's why I didn't see it in the video either. It's really hard to see. But I made sure to get the tapes that I knew where they were, and complete that stretch of the game. And then when I beat the level, it's like, oh yeah, there we go. I got all 3 tapes now. So it's one of those things where I wanted to find them all myself, but I couldn't find it. And then when I looked it up, it's like, oh, I did find it. So I guess technically I didn't look it up.
It's me, Cassandra.
So I guess you could say technically I found all the tapes myself, but didn't even realize.
What are you doing here?
I heard Damalis talking about her crazy client earlier, and I wanted to help.
Fine. But you have to do as I say. No games.
I know that already, because you never let me have any fun.
I'm going to talk to Damalis' client and see what he has to say.
I've been here, spying, and I heard him mumbling to himself. He's weird. But maybe if I tell you what he said, it could help?
No, let's do it.
Act. Listen closely. You sneak inside and see what you can find in his house while I distract him.
Quiet like a mouse.
Good. But if you get caught, run. Right out the door. We'll meet afterwards. Promise?
I'm ready. Let's go.
You know, I'm not convinced that the character models for children in this game are actually children. It kind of feels like they just took an adult and just shrunk them.
Do I know you?
No. But I know you.
If Miron sent you, tell him I was going to pay him back this very night.
No one sent me. We need to talk. I know you're up to something.
Something? Something could be anything. You have nothing on me.
I have a cow.
You have a secret meeting tonight. At Fea's cow farm.
Cows? You have been given the wrong information, Mistios.
What? But...
Wait! Thief! Thieves! Get out! Guards! Get them!
Kill the client and the guards. Oh, great. Was I even given that information? I don't remember. I just picked cows. I was like, oh, I don't know, cows.
This won't take longer. I'd do twice if I could.
I guess I'm not too bummed about failing that. It's like, I'm not fully committed to playing. I'm not committed to role-playing at this. I just want to beat it. I don't care if I had to kill a guy I probably didn't need to. Yeah, whatever. You're berserking. Who cares? You're dead now. Where's the guy? There he is. Okay, I don't need to loot him. Oh no, a mercenary's closing in. Oh no, it's Sacred Witch. Didn't work. I tried to open the menu. Didn't work. Excuse me. Alright, whatever. Not on a tier higher than me, so I don't have to care. Oh no, I have 2 bounty, and he's gonna find me. Why are you looking over there? I'm over here.
What was all that noise?
Damalis doesn't have to worry about her client now.
That wasn't what she wanted you to do.
I dealt with him, didn't I?
Well, at least I could sneak in, okay? Look.
What does the letter say?
It's
It says that killing him was just okay, and doesn't matter.
Yeah, I thought as much.
And it says more. That he needs to bring Damalis to a place here in Corinth. There's directions. What do you think it is?
Don't know, but I'll find out.
Right behind you.
Not this time. Go to Damalis and wait for me there.
Oh, please.
You've done enough for today. It could be dangerous. I'll come find you after. A place to bring Damalis. A prison? I should find out.
You know what really made me select the wrong option there. Not only did I not realize it was information I already had, I also thought it was one of those things where you just gotta keep them distracted until the timer runs out. Like, I didn't know that the timer was meant to be like, oh, you gotta try to remember before the timer runs out and then pick the right option. Thought it was just like, pick options until the timer runs out. Try not to let the not to let the timer run out. And just, you know, if you pick options, it fills your timer more. So just keep picking, just keep talking until the game is ready. You know, just keep filling the meter until the game says that's enough.
Looks like you're outnumbered.
Looks like you're dead. Don't I have an engrave that boosts the power of that boosts the power of overpowers of super moves? Kill him with those super move. Come on, freaking inputs. You guys mind? I got a basket to interact with. Ah, I'm on fire. Get out of here. I really hope this is an Odyssey only thing. I hope Valhalla fixes NPCs joining in when they're not even enemies. So that's just the dumbest thing. Stop. Like, is this supposed to be a thematic thing with Greece? I don't understand what they were going for. Like, bounty hunters, sure, fine, whatever. I'm a Misthios. They can be Misthioses too. Whatever. But this look at this idiot in his underwear with a hammer. He looks so stupid. He looks like someone playing, like, what did it say, Minecraft, but that's not the right thing. You know, a game that lets you customize your character and fight with different weapon types, and they chose to wear no armor and use the most ridiculous looking hammer. That's what it feels like. And the bodies are just piling up, and my bounty is growing because they just keep adding guys. And yeah, I realize I'm repeating my own complaints. The complaints keep standing. They keep coming back. They keep coming up. It's like I would stop complaining about it if the game would stop doing it. Let me focus on the weaker guy first. Oh, look, it's agape. Her mouth is going to be agape when I beat her. Because she'll be dead and she'll have lost all motor control. And her mouth will go slack. And then rigor mortis will set in and it'll be stuck that way. Forever. She really will be agape. Wait, I want the loot. Not up the wall. Get down. Oh, look, it's the guy with the hair. Because people don't have hair. Like right now, my my one want for Valhalla, just fix this bounty system, fix this stupid worst version of notoriety the series has ever had. Because this is just it's a snowball. It keeps snowballing, and it's not fun. Like I'd be okay if they keep like an infinitely spawning mercenary system where they just you kill a guy and it's like, ooh, you went up a tier, and then you fight more guys and you keep going up tiers. That's fine, whatever. But get rid that. You see that red bar in the corner with all the helmets on it? Just take that, throw it in the garbage. It's stupid. It's lame. I hate it. It's the worst bounty system I've ever encountered in a game because it just means that more high-powered enemies just come down on you. It's not interesting. It doesn't make things dynamic. It just means that the game spawns high-level enemies on top of you, which is ridiculous. That's not how you do difficulty. You do difficulty by having encounters that make you really think about how you approach things. That's what I loved about Assassin's Creed 3's combat. Because, I mean, sure, they didn't have a large diversity of enemies, but they were on the right track. They had enemies that were fought in different ways. So you had to, you had the guys who you could only fight by countering them, and the guys you could only fight after guard breaking them. In addition to the just regular cannon fodder guys that you could kill like it's nothing. So you get a mix of those guys, and you can't just button mash your way through it. You have to think about what move you use on who. Or I guess that'd be whom. Okay, can't climb there. Whatever. That's the key to good combat. And that's like the crux of my issue with this game's combat, is that its enemy types don't mean anything. It just means, oh look, it's a guy. Oh, just dodge his attack and then button mash. Encounters are different. It's just a bunch of button mashing.
Anybody home?
Should I? Yeah, that should work. Oh, you're a tougher guy. Okay, great. So, like, the key to good combat is to having enemies that mix up each encounter so that they're not the same thing. So that you don't just button mash through. You have different enemies with different strategies to them that require, well, different strategies. I'm just gonna leave. Oh, I couldn't help but laugh at their their walking animation, because they kind of were just walking down the street, just like, and then they see the person with the level 2 bounty on their head. It's like, oh, well, I guess I better fight them. And of course she has a lynx, because who doesn't? Everyone has a lynx. And these random stupid... Gosh, it's so stupid! Random NPCs joining in, making it harder for me to get away because now there are more enemies that just came out of nowhere because NPCs are everywhere. Because the regular civilian people are everywhere. They're set dressing. They're supposed to be there. This makes the game feel more alive. But instead, they just decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to attack you. And now you've got more people chasing you. And you can't get undiscovered, so you can go and interact with the thing. Here's another example. Maybe it's not the best example because I can only think of a couple of enemies from it off the top of my head. Prototype 2. So you have, the random generic human soldier guys. They're all the same. You hit them with whatever attack and they die. But then you have, it's all coming back to me. I'm remembering all the enemies. Then you have like hunters. And sure, you can still button mash against them, hit them with mostly whatever, and kill them just fine. But they're also they take more damage from your bladed attacks. So, like, the claws, the blade, it's in the name, and the whip fist. That, if you don't know, Prototype 2 is awesome, because, like, you shapeshift, so all the weapons are just your arms. That's why one of the weapons is whip fist. Which, it has a blade on the end, so it's bladed. It's not just a whip. And then you have, like, the, I think they were just called brutes, where they're armored. So you can't just hit them with whatever. It has to be, they're more susceptible to blunt attacks, which in Prototype 2 is pretty much just the hammer fists and the tendrils. And thankfully, you get the tendrils pretty early on. So you actually, now that I think about it, that's a pretty smart design, that they start you... Like, your first weapon is the claws. So your first weapon is the claws. So right away you have a blade attack to deal with the hunters. And then you get the tendrils. And now you got your blunt force. So now you have both of your offensive options there. Both of the things that enemies are weak to. I'm trying to remember. I think there was more to the brutes than just like, oh, they take more damage from blunt attacks. I remember there was a way you could rip their arms off, which was pretty cool. I forget if you had to counter them to be able to damage them, or if, like, just dodging behind them works. I think that's how it was. It's like, if you attacked them from the front, they would put up their arms, and they had, like, really armored arms, so you couldn't do as much damage that way. You had to, like, stun them or get behind them. And then you have, like, the Orion soldiers, who are, they're human soldiers, but they're not the generic human soldiers. They're beefed up, and they like to grapple you, so you want to avoid that. And they're also set up to where if you try to dodge behind them, because Prototype 2 has a specific dodge mechanic where you can jump right behind an enemy. Like if you, I don't think it had to be when they're attacking. I think specifically just if you press the button while tilting in their direction, while tilting the thumbstick in their direction, you just jumped over them. So the Orion soldiers were set up to where if you do that move on them, they'll counterpunch you. So you can't jump over them. You have to counter with your shield attack or your shield bash. I can feel my throat getting scratchy. Hang on. And then they also had these enemies, I think they were called the Evolved, which were like humans that had the same powers as you. So they also had like kind of blades, but they were more like axe hands. Am I safe to go do the thing now? Did they just post new guards in the spot I was at? This game is so stupid. Anyway, my point being with Prototype 2 is that it has such enemy diversity. Like, they each had particularities. Peculiarities? It's different traits. Why can't I... Wasn't I supposed to interact with the basket? No, it's the jar now.
It's blood. Lots of it.
Oh, great. They're vampires. Anyone coming over here? Trying to make sure. Yeah, so if you get if you take a whole bunch of those enemies and you plop them in one spot, that's where the difficulty comes in. It's not that they do a lot of damage. They can, especially if you put the game on insane. Jeez, you could not take a hit in insane until you get upgrades. It's not because they do a lot of damage. It's because it's just a cacophony of different strategies you have to utilize. Like, you know, you get in there with all the hunters and the brutes, and it makes you reflexively dodge. But if you accidentally dodge over an Orion soldier, you're going to get punched. You're going to get counter-punched. Okay, where's the... No, wrong button. This one. Oh, there's a blue over there. I don't even know where the investigation area is, so I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything until I know where the next investigation object is. Yep, that is definitely a freaking lynx. And the enemy variety is something I really respect about Prototype 2. Prototype 1 really didn't have good enemy variety as far as I can remember. It really only had human soldiers and why can't you climb? Human soldiers and hunters. And the hunters were kind of just meat shields in that game. They didn't really have any particular traits about them. Where is that blue? Whoop. But Prototype 2... But I feel like Prototype 2 does, like, everything way better than the first Prototype. I freaking love Prototype 2. That game is so good. Prototype 1 is pretty cool, too. You know, it does the thing that I was talking about, like, last time, where You can do light attack, heavy attack. And it's like a different combo, and those are like different things, different combos you can unlock. And there's simple combos. I hope I didn't make that, I hope I didn't misconvey that with what I was saying before. Like, I don't think games need to be as complicated as, like, Devil May Cry. Simplicity is fine. But I think this game could have stood to have something like, you know, a 3-button combo. Like light attack, heavy attack, or light attack, heavy attack, and have it have, like, different outcomes, basically. Different ways that you would use those combos. Or different things that those combos helped with. I don't know. Okay, I need these freaking mercenaries dead so they stop skulking around my investigation zone so I can investigate like Miles Edgeworth. Excuse me. Oh, good. You got your links on fire. You're smart. And that's what I think this game really needs. It needs enemy variety that isn't just, oh, well, they attack like this. They berserk when they're low on health. They do a kick after 2 hits from your combo, not theirs. Because there's nothing you really do differently strategy-wise to any of these enemies. It's just, be aware of this thing so you can be prepared to dodge or counter. I did not mean to stun. So you can be prepared to dodge or counter respectively. Like having all these enemies being overwhelmed like I was before I died. It didn't mean anything. It was just a bunch of guys doing damage and I had to be careful about what attacks were coming in and when I chose to attack. It's not really a strategy. It's just like looking for a window, which, you know, an attack window, which is pretty basic combat gameplay. Just punch me. Now I gotta heal. Like, if I counter this person, it doesn't mean anything different than if I counter what's his face, the Sacred Witch. Neither of these people are going to counter my counter with a counter of their own. They're not going to break my spearhead so I can't counter for a limited time. I'm totally gonna die again. What am I stuck on? Get unstuck. Right there, Ian. Hope you're doing well. I'm not gonna say doing bad, but this game is being annoying again with enemies and detection and all the stupidness. I died because I got into a fight with like 4 mercenaries because it did the thing again where all the civilians start joining in combat and I just have to kill them because they're in the combat scenario and I need the combat scenario to end. And it would just keep filling up my bounty and making more bounty hunters show up, which is just so frustrating. It's just a snowball. It's the most annoying snowball. Oh, I just got it. She's Spark because she likes fire. There, they're dead now. In certain circumstances, well, I hope those aren't too dire circumstances. You know what I meant. I could have phrased that better, but you know what I meant. What am I looking for? I was supposed to break the jar that I investigated that said, oh, it's full of blood. I don't think that makes sense. That you had to break one of the clues to continue. Oh my gosh, it's my mother's house. That's why the hair smells familiar. She was here, but she's not anymore. Now she's on the other side of the world. No, just suck. Okay. Well, I hope it unsucks sometime.
What is this?
Those casts of people's faces and busts?
Gotcha. All right,
What am I,
you
a
little
statue
shit. Who
maker's
sent you?
place or something?
What are you doing here?
I wanted to help.
Give her here.
Leave, Phoebe, now! Don't take another step.
You're brave coming here. You want a whipping? The monger would love to take you on.
I'd love to kill the monger, so I stopped hearing about him.
Rude? This is Corinthia. Anything goes in this Sexandron, and the monger will be satiated.
You're as sick as he is, worm.
Whether they like it or not, any victim he likes gets his special treatment. I'll tell him you volunteer.
You'll get
Good.
my
Bring me
special
to him.
treatment right now. I'll fucking kill you.
Keep your
Because if there's anything I wanted right now is another guy to kill. That isn't the monger. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know this game really wanted you to buy experience boosters, so they did some stuff. I don't feel underleveled. I just feel bored of the combat. I really am not convinced to buy experience boosters so I can be higher level. I'm convinced to turn the difficulty down to easy so I can fly through the game and just be done with it and move on to Valhalla and hope Valhalla's better. Pray to Odin that Valhalla is good. I mean, okay, I don't think this game's bad, but it's just annoying. It's definitely not for me. It's a Brotherhood situation where I don't think it's bad. It just doesn't do anything that I think is exciting. Although, this actually has it worse than Brotherhood, because Brotherhood actually did do things that was exciting, but it was exciting stuff that I had already seen other games do. This game isn't doing that. This doesn't have that problem. It's not doing anything exciting. Whether or not I have seen it before.
I know all the shortcuts now. I'm sorry, Cassandra.
It's all right. You had good intentions.
I thought I could sneak in, like before.
I'm glad you didn't. Especially with what I found there.
What happened to you?
I just left the Monger's Sexandron, if you can believe it. And it's where you were headed.
No.
It's true. Your client was being forced to take you there. And we found these.
What does this mean?
It means the Monger got to him. He does have his hand in everything.
At least I know how to deal with him now that I know what he's after.
You won't have to. I took care of him myself.
I told Cassandra she shouldn't have.
It had to come to this. Malaka, what a fool he was.
The Monger's the real fool. You'll find that out soon enough.
Can I go kill the Monger now? Do I have enough information? Monger down. Okay. It doesn't really seem fun from what I've seen, at least in my opinion. Yeah, it's... Like I was ranting about before, I think this game really just needs more spice to its combat, because it's too button mashy. Even with the inclusion of skills, it's just... You're just doing this until the guy dies. And you're doing this when the guy attacks, and that's it. It doesn't have enemy variety, and it doesn't have combos. It's kind of mindless. It's not bad. It's just kind of there. And it's great for people who
Your plan
enjoy
seemed
it,
to work.
but
The Monger's thugs ambushed me.
I heard.
I'm just
I
not really
also
hooked
heard
on
you
this
had no
setting.
problems dealing with them.
It wasn't my first fight in Corinth.
Or your last. We're going to take the Monger to task at the theater. I've arranged a Corinthian drama no one will forget.
Brasidas is worried about the anarchy that could follow the Monger's death. He wants him dead, but wants it done quietly.
That man is a long way from Sparta. This is Corinthia, so we'll do it the Corinthian way.
The
I'm
theater.
with you. We'll put on a show.
Meet me and my girls there. The public has no idea what spectacle they're about to witness.
Okay. Going to the square. Oh no, it wasn't that. The pool wasn't as deep as I thought. Ow, my tibias! I shouldn't have jumped off the roof. No, but it's fine because this game is weird about fall damage, and I have leveled up enough to now be immune to it. Odd choice, but okay. I definitely would not be mad if Valhalla decided to do that. I wouldn't even be mad if Mirage decided that it would do that. What is this over here? I think this is a quest I got off the quest board. But the question is, what is he going to ask me to do? Talk?
I saw the note you posted. What's the matter?
Weasel-faced little son of a jackal merchant
Having a bad day?
offered me half of what we agreed on. My family's hungry, and I had to take it. My weapons making him a profit. I'd rather they sink to the bottom of the ocean.
That can be arranged.
So you need a mercenary to kill him.
You understand perfectly, then.
It
Yeah,
won't
okay,
be
sure.
easy, but I'll take care of it.
I'm in your debt.
I'll be back when everything's taken care of.
Yeah, the other thing about this game supposedly trying to push me to buy experience boosters. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm doing this quick. Okay, whatever. We're doing this now. It's like I'm ignoring a lot of side quests and like the quest board thingy where, you know, you get the radiant quests that keep respawning. If I was doing like everything this game was offering, I probably would be over-leveled by now. So if I were playing this game properly, I still would not want experience boosters. I still would not be at all tempted to do that. Again, I would put the game on easy so I can get through every encounter in the first try. Oh good, I found him.
wanted you to see the face of every person you've wronged.
I'll cover their faces with that precious blood of yours. Just like I should have done with Myrini.
Oh good, the flashback that gives me a piece of information about my mother. And I didn't have to pay $50,000 for this one.
You'll never rule these streets, you pig!
Oh, you bet your pretty face I will.
Get your filthy hands!
And when I do, I'll rip your fucking head right off and send it to the cult as proof.
What? He's a cultist? I didn't see that coming. Sorry, I just looked over on my desk where I have one of my Z-Vaz, one of my action figures. And I just had this moment of like, oh man, I forgot how cool that guy looks.
I'll pay her back. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna find your mother and bring her your fucking head.
Not if I bring her yours first.
They won't have much to say after I smash your brains all over the stage. Get the fuck off my streets.
They're not yours anymore.
Get the
Wait,
fuck
why was there a
off
horse
my
over there?
streets!
No.
You're going to fight me?
Why is there a horse over there? Whose horse is that? Hang on, let me kill these ads here. I feel like if I say the word ad, no one knows what I mean. Because it sounds like I'm talking about an advertisement. No, I mean like the boss added these additional guys to the fight. You know, they're his +1s. Okay, let's get out of the stands. I don't want to kill people and get more of a bounty. It's definitely nothing at all to do with the creed. It's entirely about a bounty. Ow. Okay, that's him dead. Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. Slowly saunter over to me. Perfect. You're so good at this combat thing. I mean, clearly he's someone who relies a lot on his own size and strength, as evident by his fighting style. Like he probably doesn't think too much about combat strategy, because he doesn't need to. But he's probably also never fought someone who's fights with a bow. Thanks, game. Thanks. I'm glad you're gonna spawn mercenaries on top of me while I'm fighting the Monger. Because nothing can ever be one-on-one. It has to have mercenaries chiming in. Wait, there's fight. Oh, I didn't know they fight cultists too. Okay. Hey, wait, I can't let you take credit for this kill. Headshot. Okay, he's just gonna kneel there like an essential Skyrim NPC. Shoeless Brendan! Oh man, I just realized who this is. It's time for you to die, Shoeless Brendan. And with it, this joke. Because I've definitely driven it into the ground by now. He's even got this. He's got poison, so it's like he's got a smelly. Wait, I was gonna say smelly pair of shoes. No, he's specifically shoeless. His feet stink because he's shoeless. It's like you could smell them because they're not contained. Ow, okay, that was my bad. Very bad read on him. From me. Wait, what am I doing? Get his freaking shield out of here. Frisbee time! It's a token for someone in the audience. Man, that shield really flew. I didn't get to see where it landed. Hang on. Take the loot. Oh, great. Now there's another guy. Wait, heal. Puts me again. I'm gonna die because they decided... It's the freaking mercenary system again. Okay, I've got to level up my healing. That is going to be the next thing I spend a perk on. I was pressing X. Why wouldn't you die? You guys suck. I hate you. Just stop spawning. No more mercenaries. Great.
Why won't you just die?
Dog. Trying to get this guy's shield out of here. I get shot by shoeless one. I've had enough with your poison arrows. Stop.
Stop fooling around and fight!
Wait, does the other guy have poison bombs too? Yeah, get him, Ikaros. The other guy has poison bombs. And yet he poisoned himself. It's real smart one. Yeah, no one cares, game. It's a mercenary on a tier that I have already completed. It's completely meaningless. The only part of it that matters is that he's gone. And somehow it feels like the bigger, tougher looking guy is not as much of a pain as the shoeless one. Oh, he just healed. Oh. That's on me for letting him. Really slid, didn't he? Oh, don't forget to take the shoeless prize. Good. Die. And now I can talk. He wanted to talk.
People of Corinth, behold the weasel that steals your bread, the scourge that spoils your crops.
Yeah, whatever, you guys get to kill. I know I already said, like, oh, I gotta get credit for the kill. Yeah, no, whatever. Let the people get their catharsis. Wait, they're just chopping pieces of him off? Ew.
I have been starving for this.
He deserved all of it.
And you deserve your answers. Come, let's speak in private.
Wait, I gotta get the loot off him though. He didn't drop loot before because he dropped in the talk stance. Man.
I can't give you enough thanks for what you've done. And for once, I can also thank Alcibiades. He sent you here, after all.
There's more to him than meets the eye.
He knew you could save Corinth from that beast.
Everybody benefits. Everybody wins.
You've proven to be a very valuable business partner.
Speaking of business, you owe me, Anthusha.
Yes, Myrrine. She came and left Corinthia in a flurry, but made an impression on me, like a great storm.
I remember that part of her well.
A strong woman with great intensity. She wanted to find her place here in Corinth, but never found what she was looking for.
You speak of her kindly. You were her friend.
Perhaps on the surface, but she had a great pain in the middle of her that no one could get to.
Okay, where is she?
After Corinth, where did she go?
That? I don't know.
She
Thanks.
must have given you some hint.
I don't think even she knew where she was headed. All I know is she won a ship thanks to a lucky dice throw. Tyche owed her that much, at least. I remember the ship's name well. Siren Song.
Siren Song.
It was famous for weathering all that Poseidon threw in its path.
Thank you, Anthusha.
May the gods look well upon you, Cassandra. Visit me anytime. I'll catch you up on Corinth's affairs. It seems I have an interesting future ahead of me.
So do I.
Siren Song.
If I can find someone who knows the ship, I'll be one step closer to finding her.
I
should
don't
have
know,
enough
man.
information now.
This story just feels like a
a
wild goose chase. Like I'm going to every corner of the world just to be like, have you seen my mother? And they'll be like, yeah, she was here. Don't know where she went though. Great. Where to now? Yeah, whatever. New cultist menu. I forgot there was even a cultist right here. 'Cause I don't know, I was so focused on like these three and then these three that I didn't even see that there was people down here with this guy. I just thought there was 6 main cultists and then Deimos. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let me quick save. In case my flicking through the menu crashes the game again. Look, both of the guys. Both guys who joined in that fight were meaningless. Like, this guy was right below me. Although, could have sworn he was on, like, this tier. So I guess they can graduate eventually. I guess that's worth paying attention to, but I don't. Just, I don't care. It's just another one of those parts of the game that just screams, we want you to play this game forever. And keep paying money into it. Forever. Which is not how video games are supposed to work. I guess I'll quote-unquote upgrade my crew. They won't be naked now. Now they will have... Actually, yeah, that's pretty decent armor, it looks like. Didn't expect the game to actually give me a cosmetic in the ship category. Let me see if any of this stuff is worth it. It's probably not. Oh, new sword. New axe. Ooh, a golden axe. Like that game, Golden Axe. It's really the spear I should be looking at replacing. I haven't been fighting with it. Got one more piece. Well, that's a pretty big warrior damage boost. Well, pretty big. It's 3% bigger, but I guess that 3% can mean... Well, I was going to say it means something. It means 27 and 29, respectively, for my current warrior damage. Extra damage on Athenian soldiers. I don't care. I don't have allegiances. I'm really not at all fond of any effect that's like, oh, it does more damage against this enemy, because it just feels situational. Oh, well, it is situational. I don't like situational stuff that much. Unless it's something that I can pull out with a button press or something, you know, like smoke bombs versus electric bombs. Like, they both have their situations, and I like being able to call on them when I can. But if it's something that's just like, you do 10% more damage, it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to remember to pull out my Spartan bracers that give me 10% more damage against Athenian soldiers when I'm fighting Athenian soldiers. I'm not going to think about that. So close to a level up. Well, it's break time. I ought to go on break. I feel like there was something else I wanted to look in this menu for, but it's escaping me. I mean, I should probably go to a blacksmith and upgrade my stuff. So maybe do that when I come back. There just so happens to be a blacksmith right down the street. Right over there. I was already facing the direction, too. Wow. Excuse me. Amazing coincidence. A cultist clue is nearby. What? Where? I should probably get that. In a minute.
What can I get for you?
What's a spear? Assassin damage, hunter damage, and warrior damage. Oh yeah, that's gonna be hard to replace. Yeah, that's just not gonna cut it. The helmet is one of those slots. It's got a health boost that I don't want to get rid of. This is it's just good. Arms. Waist. Legs. And now I can afford to upgrade one thing. 6,000 gold. One upgrade, probably. Well, this is the lowest level, so I should probably... I need leather. Dang it. Do I have everything engraved? Yes. Okay. Didn't I want to see... Where's the, Sparta kick, spread shot, devastating shot. I could have sworn I had one that boosted how much damage you deal with overpower attacks. Is that a... Is that an armor piece? This one's legendary. It doesn't even have a legendary effect to it. What? Well, I guess until I have enough leather, it's time to go back to scrapping everything I don't use. Okay, where's the clue? What icon am I even looking for? Oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Okay, so here's what I was thinking about while I was on break. Was, it's kind of funny how games have kind of gone full circle on how they get your money, in a way. Return to the blacksmith, okay. It's like arcades. You know, they're specifically set up to be quarter munchers a lot of the time. You know, they don't want to give you a good experience. They just want you to get a good enough experience so that you keep playing when you die and you put in more quarters and keep getting more lives and waste those lives on bullcrap level design because they just want your money. And we've kind of come back to that in a way. Like, the game developers are being forced by corporate executives and investors and all those slimy people to make games that just squeeze money out of you.
Now, here's your reward.
Happy to help.
Whereas with arcades, part of the appeal was like, get a high score, see if you can be the top of the leaderboard. And then people stopped caring about high scores as games started to get better as an art form and be art and have stories and stuff. Be more than just, ooh, see how high you can get the number to go. And, I really should go back and find that. Try to find that hint. Maybe it's in the sacred cave. And it's like people have never really stopped chasing high scores in a way. People still like being the top of on the top of leaderboards, just in different ways. Like, you still have games that have score attack modes and high scores and stuff. You know, like Cryptid and Necrodancer, there's still a daily leaderboard. And, you know, daily challenges that you do to just... Well, I guess that's the daily leaderboard. That's the... You go there and you try to be the top of the leaderboard for a day. Or just, you know, complete a daily challenge if you like. You don't have to get a high score. Like, it's not the only thing to get anymore, because games have evolved. But, like... I was just thinking about how the mercenary system, it's kind of like a high score system, in a way. Like, you're not chasing a high score, you're trying to get at the top of, well, not a leaderboard, but be the top of the mercenary bracket. You know, get to that tier X or whatever they called it. It's like, you know, past the guy who's like the final guy in the tier that you look at. There's like even more tiers beyond that. You know, it's like getting X rank in Splatoon. Although Splatoon is not a good example of what I'm talking about, because Splatoon isn't trying to get more money out of you. It's not trying to get you to play the same game forever, so you keep spending money on it. But yeah, in a way, an arcade game and a game designed like Odyssey, where, you know, it's a live service they just want you to keep coming back to, and yeah, like I keep saying, and keep paying into. It's kind of the same, like, not quite the same design, but it's the same philosophy, I guess. You know, make the game replayable, so people keep playing it and then going, oh, I should spend money on it. And then they do, and then you keep getting paid. Except the difference is that you could play an arcade game for like $1, and if you got a game over, you could just stop. If you didn't feel the need to get more lives, you didn't have to. Whereas live service games are $60, you know, now $70. But then they also want you to keep putting quarters in. Gotta get that high score. Gotta get that pre-order bonus to legendary golden unicorn skin. Because you don't want to miss out. You don't want to not have it. And you gotta get to the top of the mercenary bracket. We added a new one with this new update. You better get to the top right now before we add another one, because we're going to do that in May. Starting to think that this cave does not have the secret in it. Let's see the thing I'm even looking for. Treasure. I don't care enough to open it. Wherever that chest was, I probably ran past it like 3 times. Don't care. I think that's another Radiant quest. I don't want to do that. There's another quest icon. There was another one. Pretty sure that was. Oh, there's a guy. Galene the Crazed. Making me crazy with all those freaking mercenaries spawning in. I definitely don't think there's anything wrong with a game that's designed to be replayable. Like, I think that's great. Who? A chicken? Now you're pulling my leg. There we go. There's the icon I was looking for.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Like, I definitely love roguelikes for their replayability. Like, those are, like, arcade games, but not designed to eat all your quarters. Yeah, whatever. Latios. Latos the Devious. Latios and Latios. No one cares. I mean, I'd care if it was a Pokemon, but it's not. Still gotta finish the Pokedex in Scarlet. Because that is one Pokemon game I definitely enjoy enough to want to do the Pokedex. But that's, you know, I swear, I always circle back to Pokemon somehow. I'm not even that, I wouldn't even call myself that big of a fan. I wouldn't even call myself the guy who talks about Pokemon all the time. And somehow I keep bringing it up. Is this guy gone? Of course not, but he's there. He doesn't know where I am. Okay. Now we can... No, you're not a hint. What are you?
Need something, statesman?
You.
Oh, it's politics. I don't want this.
Anthusa spoke of. I've heard you have some sway with her.
You're Anthusa? I didn't know she was tied down.
She and I have a unique connection. If she would only see it. There is someone else who's caught her eye.
Only one person?
A penniless writer who whispers empty words into my Anthusa's ear. I've heard she doesn't even bestow gifts upon my love. She's clearly using her.
So where do I come into this?
Maybe if someone with Anthusa's approval found a reason to dispose of this writer, Anthusa would see clearly.
You want me to give her a taste of my blade?
Yes, she must go to Hades.
No.
Find another, Misthios.
Take some time to think about my request.
I think I've completely lost the area where it was telling me there was a hint nearby. I'm just gonna worry about it later. There will come a point where we have to run around the entire world killing all the cultists. Probably. I mean, if the game just gives me end credits when I beat the quote-unquote Odyssey, or those quests, then I'm just not gonna bat an eye. I'm just gonna move on. But I have a feeling that the game is not gonna be considered done until I kill all the cultists. Or at the very least, till I can get Deimos. Who may very well just be at the end of the Odyssey anyway, so... who knows? Why haven't I killed them yet? Are they... Oh yeah, she ran away, and the other guy's too high level. If I go back to Argolis, possibly she'll show back up. It's either that, or I... be abandoned by the gods. Oh no. Well, either way, I'm gonna have a loading screen. Let's go check that out. Let's see what that quest is about, because I have a feeling... Oh, there's supposed to be a little circle that starts forming around the X button. It wasn't doing that. So I was confused. Sound is what cued me away. What was I saying before? Yeah, I have a feeling that quest is going to be... It's called Death... Something about Death Catching Up. So it's probably going to be about the one who got away. She only got away because she was going to burn a baby. Anyway. Yeah, I really like roguelikes. Some of my favorite games of all time are roguelikes. My favorite game of all time is a roguelike. It has been Heroes. And I'm still playing it. Because it's fun. I'm not even chasing a high score. I just like playing it. So I've got nothing wrong with games that are designed to be replayed. But obviously the problem isn't that something, you know, I'm not gonna say Odyssey specifically. I'm just gonna speak in general because we all know live service games that are designed to be replayed constantly, so you're always playing them, always going back to them, always spending more money on them. They're not designed to be fun. They're designed to be just fun enough, so you keep playing and keep paying. Obviously, that's the part I have the problem with. Is that they're only just fun enough. Like, roguelikes are very different from live service games, not just because they don't expect you to pay even more money on them. And also, they tend to be indie games, so they tend to be cheap anyway. You know, like, Crypt of the Necrodancer is like $20. Has-Been Heroes is $20. Best $20 I ever spent. There's probably ones you can find for even cheaper that are equally as fun. Because that's, like, the MO of a roguelike, is they gotta be fun first. And then encourage you to keep looping through the game and doing all the other stuff. Oh, it's you. Oh, okay. I think I was on the Odyssey, the main quest that brought me to the cultist who ran away.
What happened?
But, oh well, I'm already here.
Raiders in the forest. My husband, he tried to fight them off. If your husband is facing the bandits alone, he won't have long to live. Please, I have a child. You have to help us. I will find your husband and the bandits.
Yeah, roguelikes, they don't stop at being just fun enough. Oh, wait, quest. Hold to market. Keep forgetting that part. They don't stop at being just fun enough. They are kind of designed to be addicting in a way. For better or worse, I guess. But mostly for better. Oh, he's already dead.
After you saved that child I knew, can't help but do the right thing, can you?
Oh, this is her. She did come back.
You killed this man just to set a trap?
It's an honor to give your life to Ira's greatest priestess. He died willingly. With him gone, I have room for one more on my council. It isn't too late to join us.
No.
You've lost your mind, Chrysis. This is madness.
A world where a killer like you is held up as a hero. That is madness.
This is the world you helped to make. I will unmake it.
Very well. If you wish to be an agent of chaos,
This
if you
again.
wish to be a killer, then kill, child. You could have joined.
You ambushed me once before. It didn't work. It's not gonna work now. There's a random wolf joined in. Yeah, roguelikes rely on being fun, so that even though you died, you just gotta go for one more run. So they're better than live service games in that regard, because they're not constantly drip-feeding you content, hoping that you'll play and then maybe buy a experience booster or something. Like they're live, frankly, they're live service games done right. Because, you know, whenever one of my favorite roguelikes come out, I'm definitely tempted to get, when they get DLC, I'm definitely tempted to buy it. I don't know the last time I've actually bought DLC for a roguelike, because most of the ones I play have given big content updates instead of DLC. Yeah, but pressing the buttons is not doing it. Gonna focus. Gonna get to. I pressed it. No shield for you. I will admit, though, I have bought Crypt of the Necrodancer multiple times. She got killed by a wolf.
You fucking snake! I am not your child. I will find my mother, and we will be together again. I will make this right.
This is for my mother and every family you destroyed.
See, I knew I'd find her again. Gauntlets of the Immortal. Oh, I leveled up. Okay, cool. Time to level up my healing. It's already on A, game. I don't remember it asking me to assign the power on leveling other powers up. Okay, shoulders. Oh, what's on the arms? Oh wait, it did say gauntlets. I just assumed it was a shoulder plate because it looked like a shoulder plate to me. Warrior damage, adrenaline per crit. Get out of here. Yeah, I will admit I have bought Crypt of the Necrodancer like 3 times because it came out for Vita. It was like, ooh, Necrodancer on the go. And then the Switch happened. It's like, ooh, Necrodancer on the Switch. So I've never bought its DLC, but I have bought it multiple times, and the Switch version did come with its first DLC. It came out with a second pack now. I don't know if that's automatically come to the Switch. I think I still have to buy it on the Switch, which is fair. I will do that eventually, because Necrodancer is awesome. I'm terrible at it, but it's awesome. Another one of those freaking documents. I don't use those. They don't lead to anything good. Okay, now we can continue on to being abandoned by the gods, right? That's it. Athens, which is Attica, right? It's over there. I see it now. But yeah, if I had steady income, or really any kind of income to speak of, I definitely would be more willing to buy roguelikes DLCs. Because they're always worth it. They're always good. You know, more content in a roguelike you enjoy is always a good thing. What? I thought it finished loading. What? Did it not just finish the loading screen? Oh boy, photo mode. That's one of those things that I've definitely noticed a lot of games have nowadays. And it's definitely not a bad thing. I don't personally use it, but it's cool that it's there for the people who like it. And it doesn't get in the way for people who don't like it. Oh, that's what the scales mean. They mean lie. I thought it was supposed to be like bargaining or something. Oh, it loaded a cutscene. Oh no, it's raining. You know something bad is gonna happen. Oh, don't tell me someone I know is dead.
Help me.
So is this the part where I see the true ravages of war? Because I already knew. I've kind of just been ignoring it apparently. As you know, gameplay-wise, nothing is going to change after this. I'm still going to just kill people completely indiscriminately.
Cassandra, you're back. Gotaran, sorry.
Wait! Where?
How do you keep beating me here?
Sometimes I think you are too much like me.
Excuse me, sorry, I don't have Gentle Push anymore. Hasn't existed since Unity.
Aspasia.
Oh, Cassandra, you returned to Athens. What's left of Athens, the world we've built is crumbling at our feet.
It's bleak, but it hasn't killed you.
You're right. But everything Pericles has built is being destroyed. It's chaos outside these walls. People have forgotten how to be people.
I came to talk to you. I found out some things about my mother. Her name, her ship.
Cassandra, it's not the time. Pericles is dying. He won't see me. He won't let Hippocrates in his room. He only babbles about going to his precious Parthenon.
The reason I came back to Athens was to talk to you about Myrine.
Your mother will live to see tomorrow. My love won't live to see another sunset.
You've had many sunsets with him. I've spent all my nights alone.
Pericles needs treatment, and the gods know he won't let me in. He respects you. Could you go to him?
I could try.
If you do, I will make the time to talk about your mother. For now, he needs your help.
It's worth a shot.
Aren't you his wife? You mean to tell me this man does not respect his wife? I'm gonna go have a word with him, alright. Unless I find the stairs. That's the problem with the square room. It's easy to get lost. Nope, I was already here. So, wait, maybe, like here? Yeah, there, yep, right, yeah, there we go. Found them. Why do the stairs do that, you think? Why is there this landing right here? I guess probably for light. And that, did it... No, I'm pretty sure wall torches exist.
Aspasia, my light. I told you.
It's Cassandra.
Yes. Come in.
Well, why me?
Someone so strong, seeing me like this.
Then why'd you let me in?
You look healthy as ever.
Tell Aspasia that. She won't worry so much about me.
I brought your drugs.
Ah, yes. It's usually Phoebe who does the delivering. At least I'm alive. Though I can't say the same for my city.
It's a shadow of what it was.
Well, it will belong to Cleon now. He will have to lift it out of its sorry state. I wish to see it with my own eyes. Come to the balcony. Much has changed. I can't even stand up straight to look death in the eye.
You'll recover sooner if you let Hippocrates see you.
It's my time. The plague chooses no favorites, fear I've failed Athens. Its people, Aspasia.
No, you haven't.
You're kind, but I've lost. Aspasia needs protection, as does Athens. I thought I gave enough to Athena, but it seems it isn't so. I should be out there, on the streets.
You'd be overtaken. There are mobs, and Cleon's doing nothing to calm them.
Thank the gods, Cleon won't see me like this. But that's all I can thank the gods for. They've turned on me.
It's not the gods' fault. It's the world. It's turned upside down.
Athens' fate is decreed. All we can do now is wait.
You should go back inside. You need to rest.
Where I should be is in the Parthenon, my greatest legacy to Athens. We need the gods' blessing. But Aspasia...
Aspasia's right.
She often is. But not about this. Yes. I'll go inside. Thank you, Cassandra. Tell my Aspasia I was a good boy and took my drugs.
I will.
Yeah, you know, it sure would have been cool if I could have a shield too. You know, kind of have like a passing resemblance to Athena, if I wanted to. It would be neat.
Pericles let me in. He took his drugs without complaint.
Thank you.
Something wrong?
I expected Phoebe back by now.
I saw her in the crowds outside. Did you send her somewhere?
I had her go to Anastasios to see about a ferry. As soon as Pericles is strong enough, we're leaving Athens. We have to.
But now she's missing.
I'm sure she's all right.
Did Pericles tell you what I said about the cult in Athens?
This cult. I thought
That's
it
not
was
even the...
sickness
That's not even remotely the option I picked.
But Phoebe's
There we
smart.
go.
She knows the way back.
I hope so.
I'm going to look for her. Where is Anastasios' house?
It's across from the Odeon of Pericles.
Here.
It's like I pick the option and say, oh, I'm sure she'll be back. And then I just start talking about the cults. What? Oh, did it auto select me to have that quest? Okay. Good. I'm out of here. Gotta like how it still gives me the hints for where the thing is, even though I have the quest marker. Oh, who's over there now? Oh, it's the crazed again. It's Crazy Taxi. It's not the right menu. This must be a part of history I don't know, because I've never heard of Athens being hit by a plague. So historians probably saw this coming, but me, I'm just like, I don't know, this doesn't sound anything like the video I watched today. It's talking about how they kind of accidentally created democracy, not really on purpose. Despite what they might tell you about it in their version of history books. Which is definitely something I'm looking out for now that I've seen that video. It's like, ooh, that would have been cool to set this game in. I hope we get to that point at some point. You know, it dealt with taking down a tyrant. Like, how can that not be an Assassin's Creed moment? No, instead I just get to watch a street thug boss be stabbed by a bunch of people in a theater.
By the gods! What happened here?
Looks like a regular Saturday night to me.
This was savage. Done to send a message.
If it was done to send a message, where Like, you know how in detective games, they're always writing things on the walls with blood.
Hopefully she's safe.
They ain't writing anything on the walls with this blood.
Deimos must be carrying through on his threat.
Oh, okay. It's like waiting for the next objective.
No!
Excuse me.
Hey! Stop!
Do the speed throw. Yeah. Wasn't sure it would actually let me. Hang on, I still got one more chain. Ooh, that one was critical. Get this out of here.
Phoebe! No, 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 no. Helena! Earth, Mother of all, I greet you.
You can't do that. You can't kill the child character. That's illegal.
Anyazu.
I mean, I guess they did kill Kemu in Origins.
Are you all right?
But that's supposed to be the catalyst for the rest of the plot. It's not supposed to be a moment in the middle of the plot.
Care. Tell me where Aspasia is.
Cassandra!
I'm sorry, Phoebe.
Aspasia went to find Pericles at the Parthenon. She should be there. I think we'd better go with her.
I agree, my friend. I agree.
First time you've agreed on anything, Socrates. You haven't just spooled more questions out of it. Now I'm starting to feel like this is supposed to be the end of the non-cultist stuff. But I don't know that I've been playing the game long enough for that to be the case. It's like a 40-hour game. Have I played for 40 hours yet? I don't even know. And of course, your mileage may vary, so it doesn't mean like, oh yeah, you're playing until exactly 40 hours. Like it could have been faster than the people who submitted their times to how long to beat that took 40 hours. Maybe I'm doing less quests than they did.
There you are, Cassandra. Quickly, Pericles may be inside. What's gotten into you?
Phoebe was killed by cult guards before I could get to her.
Oh no. Dear Phoebe.
She died alone in the street.
No, you found her. She wasn't alone. I know how much of a friend she was to you.
I won't let them get away with this.
You have to fight. For her.
Aspasia, you're here.
Any sign of Pericles?
If he's here, he's inside praying. He refused to stay safe in the villa.
Things have gotten even worse in the Agora. It's madness.
Speak later and act now. Pericles?
Go!
Oh look, there's Deimos.
Pericles!
So this is gonna be it then. We're gonna fight Deimos. This feels like a boss arena. Oh, never mind. We're just gonna fight his lackeys. Emphasis on lack. Jeez.
All is lost now.
He was a great man. Perhaps greater than we even knew.
We need to get her out of Athens.
We'll take my ship.
Like we have any other ship.
Don't let him die in vain.
Never.
I don't know that we needed that lingering shot on Athena's statue, but okay. I don't know anything about cinematography. It's like rule of thirds and Dutch angle. That's like all I know. Sure is taking its sweet time loading.
We have to move quickly.
Stay close, just in case.
Shoving each other around because of the AI. Mm-hmm.
I've seen better days.
Stop! Cleon has ordered that no one leave Athens. And he wants Aspasia brought to him.
I'm not going.
Leave!
Don't let them go.
I will kill you quick.
So here's something to talk about that I just randomly remembered. It's like very recent news. It's that, you know, more Switch 2 rumors, because that's still not out yet by the time of playing this, if you're watching this in the future. The recent rumor is now that the Joy-Cons will be magnetic, which is weird. So, it's very unclear what they mean by that. What the person who reported this is saying. It's because there's like two ways you can interpret this. Is that it attaches entirely with magnets, you know, just magnets, nothing else, which sounds like a terrible idea. You know, I'm gonna be honest, that sounds terrible. What, did you just waste my super move? Oh, great, now Mercenary's gonna join in and it's gonna... This fight is gonna go on for 10 minutes longer than... Yep, there he is. Great. Okay, first of all, no shield. You're not Captain America. Oh, I changed arrows. That's what I did. Okay. Oh, did he fall in the water? Oh, man. Okay, that's helpful. NPCs seem to be pretty bad about getting out of the water. the other way to interpret magnetic Joy-Cons is that the magnets assist the Joy-Cons, but they're not the only... He drowned! Oh, man. Wait, didn't I kill you? Yeah, the other way to interpret is that it assists the Joy-Cons, so it's not entirely magnetic. They could be there to, like, be additional support for the Joy-Cons, because apparently the Switch OLED does have a fairly consistent problem with Joy-Cons staying connected to the system. You know, despite the other methods that they have to keep the Joy-Cons in place, which I do have that problem with mine a little bit. My right one will sometimes just, it'll ever so slightly become unattached, and it won't like make the system fall out of my hands or anything like that, but it'll suddenly stop working as a connected Joy-Con and will connect through Bluetooth and be like, oh look, new controller connected, and then, you know, I have to get it to go to sleep and then re-slide it into the Switch so it properly registers as two Joy-Cons connected to the sides of the system rather than one on its side. So I'm definitely in favor of the magnet-assisted idea. I saw one comment that said, apparently, Nintendo did try magnets at first. Thank goodness they don't count the mercenaries.
It's all clear now.
I'll finish that thought.
We're going to stay, Cassandra.
What? Why?
My work is here. I can't leave the Athenians in the state they're in.
You don't need us to protect Aspasia. Leave Athens to us.
Okay.
The city has been taken. This isn't the Athens you used to know.
That is why I must stay. We must begin again.
You're sure?
I have lived as an Athenian, and I will die as an Athenian.
Then do something for me. Both of you.
Of course.
Retrieve Phoebe's body. Give her a proper burial.
Everything she deserves, and more.
Thank you.
Time to go, Cassandra.
And I expect to see you both again. Alive.
Well, I'm pretty sure Socrates at least lives to be old and gray. If I'm understanding his usual depiction in media correctly. If I'm remembering that right. You know, if I'm remembering his appearance in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure correctly. Or was that Bogus Journey? I don't remember. I think it's Excellent Adventure. I should rewatch those. I know those are good movies. I've only seen them on TV. When Comedy Central runs them. So I really ought to watch them again myself, sitting down and watching the full thing, no commercials. With a more critical mind as well, because that was a while ago I saw them.
The farther
Anyway.
we get from Athens, the quieter it grows. As though it's peaceful. But I know better.
I'm sorry, Aspasia. About Pericles. And Athens.
You have no need to apologize. For anything.
I did everything I could to keep people safe.
No one thinks otherwise.
Except that time where all those
The
people
cult
started
of
attacking me and I
Cosmos
just killed them
simply had a
anyway.
plan we didn't see soon enough. And they struck when the time was right.
I'll make each of them beg for mercy before I kill them.
That time will come. For now, let us look to the future. Do you have a heading?
I was hoping you would help me with that.
Yes, of course. This woman.
Phoenicas. Her ship was called Siren Song.
Phoenicas. Yes, I know the name. Last anyone heard, her ship was docked on the island of Naxos.
I didn't realize there was a map
Then
there.
we
That's
go to
neat.
Naxos to see Phoenicas.
Democracy Falls. I guess. If the chief been saying that, then maybe the video I watched had the history in that had already happened. So maybe Athens already invented democracy, and I missed it. I mean, I still think that would have been a cool point in time to set Assassin's Creed in if they're gonna set it in Greece. But oh well. It's not the vision I had. Oh, I thought I had to take control, but I'm already controlling. Are you guys gonna talk about the mission at hand, or can I go back to what I was saying? I'm gonna go back to what I was saying, because I also need to attack these ships, I think, probably. Do I still have that? Did those expire? Battles for the Spartans all over Greece. Kill Athenian soldiers. Start pirate ships. Spartan pentahunters. Spartan resource crates. Spartan state leaders. Kill the target. Athenian soldiers. Okay, well, I don't need to kill the ships, but you know what? Let's get some more wood. Because I feel like I can actually survive these fights now, so let's do that. So yeah, magnetic Joy-Cons. Apparently Nintendo had tried that initially with the Switch when they were designing the first one. So I wouldn't be surprised if they revisited the idea and managed to make it work. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get magnetic Joy-Cons and then everyone is like, what? Magnets? That sounds stupid. But then you actually try it and it's like, oh, hey, this actually works really well. Because that's a very Nintendo thing. What? That sounds stupid. Oh, hey, actually, this is really neat. Yeah, whatever. Now, there is the possibility that this is just a misunderstanding on the part of the people demoing the console, because they didn't really demo the console. They demoed, like... Oh, what, those pirates? Great Sail? Wait, no, I want Black Sail. Yeah, they demoed, like, an empty shell, is what I'm told. Or what I've read. Initiate boarding! I need help! So it's possible that because they had the empty shell demo thingy, whatever it was, that the magnets were only there as a cheap solution to attach to the Joy-Cons. You know, the empty shell Joy-Cons. But, either way, interesting rumor. And I've definitely heard that if the magnets are too big, then, you know, it'll interfere with the electronics. But also there's the idea that magnets on their own definitely will not hold the Joy-Cons on the console. They will not keep them attached. Okay. Ow. What? That wasn't coming from them, was it? There are 3 ships? There are... Okay, I got in over my head. I should get out of here. I'm gonna die. There's too many of them. Just an endless storm of arrows. Just keep throwing! Keep throwing spears! Okay, let me at least get the small ones out of here. Board them, board them, board them. Sorry, what do you keep saying? We're about to what? No, I didn't mean to ram them. Yeah, we're gonna die. So much for being able to survive fights. Especially if I don't brace. Nah, we're Okay, they just need to tap us with one more additional arrow, and yeah, there we go, they're dead. I still don't like the sea. There's some additional rumors. Well, I guess these are less rumors and more probably facts, but still definitely take it with a grain of salt. Is that I forget what news outlet this was that this is coming from. Otherwise, I would probably say it because that's good form, I think. That they talked about the form factor of like the whole Switch 2, Joy-Cons included, and they said that it's bigger than the current Switch, but smaller than the Steam Deck. And that's the part of that I definitely believe, because I feel like I'm just repeating what Arlo said now, because I think he said this exact thing in his video. Is that like, yeah, it makes sense that it'd be bigger than the current Switch because they gotta put the new, more powerful hardware in there, so it's just naturally going to be bigger. But I could also see Nintendo aiming to try to keep it as portable as possible, so be smaller than the Steam Deck. But that could just be an educated guess rumor and not be true at all. Who knows? Nintendo knows, because they're the ones making it. Also, the thing about entirely magnetic Joy-Cons, or I guess either way, you know, if the magnets are not optional, let's phrase it that way. Because I could see it still using the same Joy-Con attachment system, and then having magnets as an additional thing, but if you don't have magnets in the Joy-Cons you're putting in, then you just don't get the extra support, and that's the end of it. That would be really nice, but of course, if magnets are required, if they're, whether or not they are the only way to attach, if you need magnets to stay attached, obviously current Joy-Cons would not be compatible, which would be unfortunate because there are a lot of neat colors and patterns that they have, special edition Joy-Cons. But I guess it's a case of like, you know, oh, there's pirates, let's get those guys. You know, it's a case where it's cool that the Switch had that, but it's also okay that it's not gonna be Switch 2, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when a new game comes out and it doesn't have all the same modes as the old games. It's like, well, you can still play the old games. You don't have to worry about it being in the new game. You can still have your fun with it, it's just not gonna be in the new one. Or in this case, not gonna be on the new one. Is someone raining me now? I would definitely like to still keep using my Joy-Cons if I feel like it, because I've never. So I'm looking over at my shelf where they are. I've never opened my Zelda Joy-Cons, the Master Sword and Hylian Shield ones, because, you know, Joy-Con drift, still a thing, and it's the only thing people care about. It's like one of the three things in that comment section on Reddit for the person who posted a link to that article. It was like, there's no way it's entirely it's magnets on its own. I don't remember all 30 things, but the other thing was, you know, people saying, I don't care if I can't use my current Joy-Cons as long as the new ones are better, as long as the new ones don't drift. Which I can agree. If we get new Joy-Cons and they still drift, nothing, let's be honest, nothing's gonna happen. Like, we can rant and rave. No, raving is a good thing, isn't it? We can get our torches and pitchforks as much as we want, but it's like we're already trying to get Nintendo to do something about Joy-Cons. And if they're still not doing something about it with the next console, that we just can't make them is the sad reality. But I want to have faith in Nintendo that they have better thumbsticks. I mean, I haven't had any drift, you know, knock on wood, and I will do that right now because my desk is wood, I think. Pretty sure that's real wood. I mean, they don't just sell fake wood, right? That my current Joy-Cons, the white ones that came with my OLED, do not drift. You know, again, knock on wood. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully it stays that way, at least until the Switch 2 comes out. So I like to believe that they've figured out Joy-Con drift and that any new generation of Joy-Cons will not drift. But there's always the possibility. You know, apparently, I've heard people having stick drift issues with the PlayStation, with PlayStation 5 controllers, which is just depressing. A little, just a little bit depressing. That it's something that even, you know, it's not even specifically like Nintendo wanted a very specific thumbstick for their Joy-Cons, and it just so happened to be one that was going to wear out really easily. No, it's a persistent problem across thumbsticks in general for whatever reason. Just a little depressing. But it's not much we can do about it, I guess, except install new thumbsticks on our controllers that are less prone to being worn out really quickly. I think my brother did that with his Joy-Cons. I don't know if that's succeeded for him. I want to say, unfortunately, no, they still drift, even though they're new thumbsticks. They're supposedly ones that don't drift, but oh well. Oh, I remembered the third thing. So the three things were, there's no way magnets alone would work. I don't care if I can't use my Joy-Cons as long as they're backwards compatible, or as long as the new ones are good. And I don't care about reusing my Joy-Cons, it's my games I want to be backwards compatible. Which is also a sentiment I agree with. I don't care about my controllers, I want my games. I want to still be playing Has-Been Heroes on the Switch 2. Without the developers having to put out a new port and me having to buy it. I'd still buy it, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to not have to. It'd be nice to not have to replay the game again and start from scratch. Because I'm sure I could do it again. It's just going to take a while. Oops, sorry. Okay. It interrupted the dialogue. I didn't think talking was going to stop it. Felt a lot closer than it actually was. Come on. Load the cutscene. Is it waiting for Aspasia to come to catch up with me? It's okay to teleport off-screen NPCs, game. You can do it. I won't be mad. There we go.
Stock the barracks and double the patrols. If Paros is sending them, I want to know the moment they make landfall.
Yes, Archon.
But Archon, please,
Xerxes,
the merchants have...
I understand your concerns. But protecting the town and the quarries is what's most important.
She wearing suspenders? Suspenders didn't exist in 400 BC. Almost forgot a letter.
meeting is over.
Spartans are bad at killing people by throwing them off of cliffs, apparently.
When I closed my eyes, I could still see you fall. I thought I had lost you. Alexios is alive.
2. You forgot 2. You're both alive.
They have him, don't they? I rebuilt my life from ashes. Do you understand? Now you tell me you're alive. You're both alive. It's really you. It's not some trick of the gods. No, I found you. Your brother. We have to get him back. He's too far gone. I gave up on you both once. Never again.
What
How did you...
I have a lot of questions.
I think we both do. But ask. I'll answer what I can.
What happened to you in Argolis after that night?
I found your brother and rushed to a young doctor's apprentice, Hippocrates. I thought I'd lost you. I wasn't ready to lose you both.
I spoke with him recently. That night still haunts him.
I was heartbroken when the healers in Asclepios told me Alexios was dead. The two of you were my whole world.
But he did live. They lied to you.
They must have realized he was special and handed him over to the cult.
What do you mean, he was special?
What's wrong?
Soldiers from Paros just made landfall in the cove. A small force, maybe a dozen.
Malaka. Timo, gather the troops. Questions will have to wait, Lamb.
I want to help.
I assume you can use those weapons.
Better than when you...
No, I just carry them around because they look cool.
Good. Come.
Oh no, she's the nation leader. That means I could kill her. Probably.
Why now?
Oh, it's horse time? Okay. Let me just summon my alicorn. Hang on, hang on. Can't continue talking until I catch up with my horse.
Allies often forget their allegiances when opportunity beckons.
Sure, you don't want to talk when I can actually keep up with you on horseback. When I'm actually on a horse too.
Why are you working with Sparta, given all that's happened?
Paros made an alliance with the Athenians, so they left me little choice.
You needed support.
A rivalry with Paros is one thing, but they turned it into a war. Their partnership with Athens was too much to weather for Naxos alone.
Are you following me? Okay. I don't know where we're... Eradication area. You know what? I can't do it from here. Spartan Spear! Oh man, he dropped good stuff. Hang on, hang on. Gotta get the stuff. With my legs, that's how. Do the move. Do the move. This is why I complain about it being on both of the right triggers. On right trigger and right bumper. It's just not easy to press both of them at once. It's unintuitive. Could have put it on Y. Y does nothing. Decided to not keep it an empty button. I mean, okay, it loots. But you can't do that when locked onto an enemy anyway. Dodge my moves. Done.
There's always been a rivalry between the islands. After all, Naxos used to control Paros and Andros. They're envious of our craftsmen, too.
And now?
They think they deserve expansion. Their oligarch demands their wings spread wide. But we'll clip their wings before that happens.
They don't know who they're up against.
You remind me of Nikolaos. You fight just like him. Ruthless and cunning. He would be proud.
I've never forgotten what you both taught me. I had a good education.
I wanted you to be unstoppable. And you are.
Yeah, I totally haven't died off screen at all. Or, you know, in non-canonical timelines.
Let's continue this discussion somewhere the smell of death doesn't linger.
Ride with
Totally didn't get killed when I got overwhelmed by too many mercenaries when trying to investigate a jar of blood. That's not my horse.
The island is beautiful.
It is. Sparta has nothing on Naxian beaches.
Sparta. All I remember is the bottom of Mount Taygetos.
When I brought you to the Pythia as a baby, she never said we would live a nightmare. She said you had such promise.
The Pythia can't predict everything.
I mean, she wasn't wrong. I do have promise. I am living up to my promise, I think. I'm pretty sure. Oh good, there's a mercenary on the island already. Why was that so hard to say? Tongue, what are you doing?
Timo knows Paris is a threat. They make their business clear.
They can't be more clear than sending soldiers. There's no treaty?
Maybe there was, but it's long. Now there's no mistaking them for anything.
Sandros the Weaver. Ooh.
We'll discuss that later. But I think you're right.
Ow, cactus. Ow. Watch out for the cactus. You know, cactus does not seem like the kind of thing that would be growing in Greece. I mean, it's just like Egypt, or it's like, you know, varied in its scenery and terrain and such. But when I think cactus, I don't think Greece.
Temple destroyed by our enemy. But I'll see what I can do.
It's a good deed restarting construction. Ligdamis was a great man who deserves reverence.
His battles
Don't
against
tell me this is
corruption
another
were
thing to
done
pump
here.
coins
Lessons we
into.
all should remember. I do intend to finish the temple.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Don't make me pay for it.
strange day it has been.
But a good one.
I've certainly had worse.
Me too.
You
Yeah, I had a bad one just the other day.
but I see the burden
This
you
girl
carry
I knew
on
got
your
killed.
Finding you has lessened it, I think.
I'm glad, but I have wondered why the gods chose to reunite us now.
I think they felt it was about time our family found each other again.
If we want to be truly united, we have to find Alexios and rescue him from the cult's grasp.
They are the source of all our pain, and they will cause more to many others unless we act.
I put that life behind me the moment I left Sparta. I have Naxos to worry about now.
Let me help you here. We can safeguard Naxos and then hunt down the cult together. Myrrine, the symposium is about to start.
By the gods! I'm sorry, my sweet. I forgot. Prepare the horses. I'll be out shortly.
The symposium?
I need to show the people their leader is strong and in control. Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath. I will help you stop the cult. But before I can leave Naxos, I have to ensure it will survive without me.
What do you need?
Paros has to be dealt with. We need to weaken their position. Once they're vulnerable, they will make a reckless decision and we will strike.
What did you have in mind?
We must force the Paros fleet to engage us and destroy it. But my admiral, Aeneas, is missing. His ship was sailing for Paros to engage in peace talks, and he never returned.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
If you need me, I'll be at the symposium. Although, try to look less intimidating should you choose to pay me a visit.
Oh, this guy was supposed to be standing there. Hasn't he? Oh, good. I leveled up. Like, I could swear that one shot that was kind of like this. I don't think that guy was supposed to be standing there. All right, I'm gonna end there. Real quick, I want to look at the map. So I just wanna map this out. Where did they say? Argolis? What was the mountain I said? I don't think that was it. There's not really any other cliffs overlooking the water. So I just wanted to look at like how far where she was thrown off the cliff was to where she ended up. I can't quite remember the name of the mountain, so pretty sure they said it was Argolis though. Unless it was Megaris. No, I don't think this was it. I'm also wondering what Sparta is, because I have no idea where Sparta is. Oh well, it's not one of these named places like... It's not one of the big... Literally one of the big names, like Focus. I probably have to zoom in to see it. It's probably a city, not a state. Oh well. Whatever. So that's it. It's Friday. So yeah, see you Monday. Bye.